Sagittarius, I'm getting sleepy. More of my makeup runs down my face every time I lie down to upload a video. So, getting to part 4, the song I'm thinking of right now for you is Billy Ocean. Get out of my dreams. Get into my car. Get out of my dreams, down let the baby. Whatever it says there, into my car. That's your song. And I took it like an octave lower from the almost nap time that you're getting. This was intense. This card analyzation, energy, messaging session with you, Sagittarius, is taking a lot out of me. This takes a lot of energy. This is something I probably needed to face too, so thank you for the lesson, Sagittarius. Let's dive into this. All right. I don't know. I look at this different ways. They're all parts of you. So inside this black man, there is a little white girl and a red eagle. And inside this white woman, there is a little black baby boy, you know, the opposite, and a white eagle. But they're connecting to their own inner self with who they are now as an adult. Even though these layers under them are possibly past lives, different experiences that explain this particular symbol, you know. But in this life where they're here and they're making the choice to take that hand of creativity and join in a union together in a choice, they're supported in this time where they are now in this tower or this ladder or this progression, this enlightenment, this journey. And they're taking their left hand of receptivity. And she is holding on to the golden Holy Grail chalice of light. So the baby has the little white girl is also holding up her left hand. So they're matching their own left hand. Is that positive or negative? Energy, I'm not sure. But, and holding on to this chalice of light together and connecting that between the two. And then in the baby's right hand is white roses. So the creativity of the childlike self is the simplicity. Wait, I can do this. It's not white. But we can pretend that we're in the middle here. And I've got a big yellow rose. So in the baby's hand down here, where it's weird to look at this opposite. Oh no, they are kind of yellow. Where's the light? Dude, they're totally yellowish. It could be my light. It could be the light. So in her hand here is this bouquet of flowers. You know, it's this innocence. They could be stamped on. They have an essence. You could stamp on them and then you could smell it. It could still be beautiful. You could dry them. Their growth, they're from nature, their beauty, their abundance, they're feminine, they're living. And then you have wood. He has, all right, so we went this way, and then she is stepping on one wing. Here, there's two wings that create them to fly. But both these children come from stepping on this same, two sides of the same bird wing symbol, whatever. Their base structure is the same support. They each have a balance on that wing, teeter-tottering to make sure it's balanced. He's watching the air, she's watching the earth. As above, so below. you know, the snake, and the egg, the feminine egg, right? But this egg has to be fertilized by the snake of love, if that makes sense. The want, the drive, the true virtue behind what that penetration is causing, what that union is causing, what that union is creating, because it's something new. This formula that is going on here of opposites, 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 opposites is creating something that's birthing out of this canal here that is brand new to the universe, says. Brand new to God. It's like even God doesn't really know what's going to happen because you and you are all a part of it too. Your primal self, your animalistic self, that innocent self that came here to learn and experience and trust and have faith, that adult part of you that now can have consciousness in your decisions and why you're doing things and where you're going and what you want to leave behind. What isn't right for you? What doesn't serve you? Let it go and say thank you. And join your hand in union towards a decision, maybe with somebody that thinks like you. Think if you're on this channel, probably because they think as deeply as you and I do. Maybe that's not easy to find. I'm going to put the rose up to distract from how tired I think I look in this video. I'm going to take a bath and go to bed after this. But, alright, so what else do we have here? His head looks like he's also under a tent. So it's like what could be going on under that little tent. It makes me think of camp. I'm going to go into like the intuitive part of this a little bit and just start to think of like random things that are in our life that maybe mean something to you. Alright. When I first saw this, and I actually looked at this on the video for some reason, and I looked at myself holding this card, I'm sorry to go like with the sexuality thing, but I mean, it's the Lovers, and it's the Thoth deck, and you'd be silly to ignore it. So if this is a big vagina, it also looks like that's the clit, which is also the head of God, where he's blindfolded, and it's hooded. It's hooded, you know, and then you have this fiery little angel up there just like riding on it, tickling it, shooting it, doing whatever. Alright, so you have that part of however you want to interpret this. So maybe there was some fire. Now the clit's extremely sensitive. It has to be touched and everything has to be just perfect, right, for that timing to happen. And there has to be an openness with the female orgasm. The female orgasm isn't the same as the male orgasm, where that explodes forward. The female orgasm is an internal explosion. This way, it's the in-breath explosion and not the out-breath explosion, and both at once, if that can make sense. So there has to be a complete trust and release in control in order for the orgasm to happen, and yet a complete sense of control for it to happen. They're one of the same. So let's look at the male energy here. So you have this black man with his golden crown of the sun. They both have their furs, their animalistic, they're wearing their animal sides proudly, like royalty, because inside they're true with who they are and they're royal in their decisions. They have integrity with their decisions. They're conscious about their decisions. They're deciding to do something together. So under him, he is holding in his left hand of receptivity this staff, this rod, this big arrow. Maybe it's a big arrow he's ready to bust off on his own bow of Cupid love. But for right now, it's like a walking stick. He could pierce somebody with it. He can hold it to keep himself upright, but it's keeping him stable. It's not just a normal rod where she has the, holy grave. It's a magical rod. It's his magical rod of creation. That male energy to drive and create and push something forward. That male alpha energy to do, to want, to desire to go. Female is to receive. So he's holding on in his receiving female hand a rod, ironically enough. And then his small baby childlike self here is holding this Bam Bam bat. Like, it's not a sexy, like carved rod that's his, like, magic wand. It is here, like, his animalistic Bam Bam bat. Like, bam, 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 bam. Before he really had maybe the experiences to know what to do with that, or what he was going to do with that, or how to use it, or what it could become after he carved it into something beautiful. It's its simple, natural form. It's the beginning. We have to start somewhere. So, and then he has the white eagle here. So, how'd I do with this card? Did I do okay with explaining it? It's the Lovers. I kind of feel like that was so tiring. I gotta stop there with the card, but I want to show you this. I want to show you this because I noticed in the video that when I thought, when I thought I had the, these two, the World, and then this was at the bottom, and I didn't realize when I was looking at it and I put it on the other side that I flipped the whole deck over, so there was a card that exposed itself, along with your victory card, Sagittarius. Don't forget about this. But I want to show you what was peeking out in the other video, so you can see it. Because I was curious to see what it was after I saw it. I didn't see it when I was holding it. But it's the Knight of Earth. And this is loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. It's cute. It's like he has a My Little Pony horse. He doesn't need a big stallion. He can come riding in on his My Little Pony horse and be completely confident with his sombrero. He's probably got some good, like, fish tacos with him or something like that, you know. His horse has beautiful hair. I like it, but his beautiful. It doesn't have to be the stallion. Look at you, little My Little Pony horse, looking cute. So ride in on your sombrero, guys. You don't have to have a cowboy hat. Rock your sombrero if you got one. You know, this is the Knight of Earth. He prays before he takes his journey. He connects to the earth and he feels it and he eats his tacos to make sure that he's full before he goes. He always gets his goal, Sagittarius, but he enjoys his journey. He gets off his horse and he looks around, writes about what he did that day, writes a poem about how awesome his My Little Pony horse is, how pretty that pink sky is, how pretty the field is. Let's see what Doreen Virtue and Raleigh Valentine say on the bottom here after I've blabbed. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. There you go. That's the Lovers, your decision and your commitments. And a guardian angel. And that's also in you. Ask your guardian angels for help. Ask God to send some help for you. And see what happens. Look around. I love you, Sagittariuses. Look at you on your little My Little Pony horse. Can you see how cute that little guy is? He's just happy, smiling, looking snazzy on his horse, riding into his journey, step by step,